No one ever told you this. Have you ever wondered why, no matter how hard you work, prosperity always seems just out of reach? Why you're constantly pushing, grinding, yet still feel like you're one step behind? Like money is always within sight, but never truly by your side? I've been there too. Striving, searching, hoping, yet stuck in a cycle of frustration and lack. Until something shifted. Something simple, but deeply profound. It changed the way I saw the world, and myself. Bob Proctor, one of the greatest minds when it comes to the law of attraction and true wealth, once said something that turned everything around for me. The key to wealth is in reprogramming your mind. Let that sink in. These aren't just feel-good words. This is an invitation to change the way you see money, and more importantly, the way you relate to abundance. What you currently see as your financial reality is not the only reality that exists. There is another path. Now imagine, what if you could access that key? What if you could tap into the true power of your mind and start attracting the wealth you've been chasing? What would change if you finally knew how to unlock real abundance? Today, I'm going to walk you through 3 powerful steps to use your mind to attract more money. This isn't about tricks or gimmicks, it's about timeless principles. Principles that, when truly understood and applied, have the power to reshape your reality from the inside out. But before we dive in, I want to ask you something. What's really holding you back from being prosperous? And more importantly, what could happen if you decided to change that, starting right now? If this speaks to something deep within you, now's the time to listen closely, and most importantly, subscribe to the channel so you never miss what could be the message that changes your life. Did you know that 95% of your thoughts and daily actions come from your subconscious mind? That's right. Most of your reality is being shaped by a part of you that you barely even notice. And that's where everything begins. Bob Proctor used to say, "What you think about money, about life, about yourself, that's exactly what you attract." It sounds simple, but it's deeply powerful. What you believe is possible for your life, what you feel you deserve, that's what shows up in your reality. Now take a moment to really think about this. Have you ever stopped to examine your beliefs about money? What are the stories you tell yourself every day? Things like, money is hard to come by. I'll never be rich. I don't deserve success. These aren't just passing thoughts. These are deep-rooted beliefs, programs, that are silently scripting your entire financial reality. When you carry limiting beliefs about abundance, you unconsciously create mental blocks. And these blocks? They're invisible, but far more powerful than you might think. They form a barrier between you and the prosperity you're trying to reach. And I get it, you've probably tried changing it. Maybe through affirmations, vision boards, bold actions, but here's the truth. Without deep reprogramming at the subconscious level, those efforts are like painting over a cracked wall without fixing the foundation. It might look better for a moment, but the cracks always come back. So what's the real secret? It's understanding how your mind is programmed, and more importantly, how to rewrite that program. Just like a computer stores files on a hard drive, your mind stores everything you've ever seen, heard, experienced, and believed. All of that becomes your mental programming, the invisible code running your life. And this is exactly what needs to change. You need to reprogram your mind. Not with empty words or temporary fixes, but with a real, lasting transformation that starts at the root of your thinking. Here's the good news. Just like you were programmed for lack, you can be reprogrammed for abundance. And you don't need to work harder physically. You need to shift your mindset emotionally and mentally. When you change your beliefs, you change your results. When your mind aligns with prosperity, prosperity is drawn to you almost effortlessly, as if by magic. Now that you understand the power of your subconscious, it's time to take the first step toward attracting more wealth into your life. And that step begins with one essential shift: changing your beliefs about money. Did you know that most of us carry limiting beliefs about money? Beliefs that were passed down to us throughout our lives? They may have come from parents, teachers, friends, or even from society at large. You've probably heard phrases like, "Money doesn't grow on trees." "Rich people are selfish." "Money is the root of all evil." These ideas are so common, we barely question them. But they're powerful. More powerful than we realize. Because they're not just thoughts, they're emotional programs shaping how we see money, how we feel about it, and ultimately, how we attract or repel it. And here's what most people don't realize. These limiting beliefs create invisible barriers in your subconscious. Every time you think about money, your mind triggers an emotional response, positive or negative. If you believe money is hard to get, your subconscious will guide your actions to reflect that belief. You'll unconsciously seek situations that reinforce the struggle. And as a result, you'll constantly find it hard to thrive financially. Now, just imagine for a moment, what if you could change those beliefs? What if you started to believe that money is abundant energy, flowing freely to those who are open to receiving it, who believe they deserve it, and who are ready to use it in positive, creative ways? The simple act of shifting your beliefs has the power to transform your financial reality in ways you never thought possible. And it all begins with one thing: self-awareness. Start by asking yourself some powerful questions. What do I really believe about money? Do I believe I'm worthy of wealth? Do I believe prosperity is for me? When you begin to question your beliefs, you'll start to uncover the ones that have been holding you back. But here's the truth. Changing a belief doesn't happen overnight. It's a process, a journey of daily commitment. The good news? You can reprogram those beliefs with intention and repetition. The key lies in feeding your subconscious with new, empowering thoughts. Thoughts that reflect the life you want to create, not the one you've been conditioned to accept. It starts with affirmations like these. I am worthy of prosperity. Money flows to me with ease and grace. I attract wealth and abundance from unexpected sources. Say them, feel them, repeat them every day. Because the more you speak them, the more your subconscious begins to believe them. And once your mind believes, your reality begins to shift. These affirmations, when spoken with faith and emotion, have the power to rewire your subconscious mind. And when your subconscious starts to accept these new truths, something incredible happens. You begin to act in alignment with abundance. Your behaviors shift. Your energy changes. And as a result, you start attracting the very opportunities you once thought were out of reach. Now, I want you to pause and really reflect on something. What would your life look like if you filled your mind every single day with empowering beliefs about money? What would it feel like to live in a state of constant prosperity and abundance? If this vision is resonating with you, if you're starting to feel that spark within, subscribe to the channel right now to keep receiving transformational content that will guide you toward the life you've always wanted. Now that you understand the importance of changing your money beliefs, it's time to take the next step. And this one is powerful. This one is transformational. Create a clear mental image of the prosperity you want to attract. The human mind is one of the most powerful tools on earth. And one of the most effective ways to activate it is through visualization. Because when you visualize, you're not just daydreaming. You're sending a direct, vivid message to your subconscious that says, this is real. This is who I am. This is what I'm creating. And what the mind sees, clearly, consistently, and emotionally, the reality begins to reflect. Bob Proctor often emphasized this exact point. He taught that it's not enough to simply think about being wealthy. You have to see it, clearly and in detail, as if it's already happening in your life right now. Now, take a moment, close your eyes, and imagine yourself living the life of your dreams. What does it look like? Where are you? What are you doing? Feel the emotion of already having achieved everything you desire. If you want more money, picture yourself in a place of abundance. Visualize buying what you want without a second thought, living comfortably, traveling the world, offering the best quality of life to your family, doing what you love with complete freedom. Here's the key. It's not just about seeing prosperity, it's about feeling the energy of it. The emotion you experience while visualizing is the fuel that powers manifestation. If you can feel the emotion of abundance right now, as if you're already living that reality, you are aligning your frequency with the frequency of prosperity. But here's the secret: visualization shouldn't be a one-time thing. For it to be truly effective, you need to practice it every day. The more you visualize, the clearer and more detailed your mental image becomes. And the more your subconscious will accept this new reality as your own. And here's the big revelation: your mind cannot tell the difference between what's real and what's vividly imagined with strong emotion. This means that when you focus intensely on your visualizations, your mind starts to treat them as if they're already happening. It starts to act in alignment with what you're visualizing. I know it might seem simple, but the results this practice can generate are truly remarkable. The more you dedicate yourself to visualization, the more you align with abundance. You begin to effortlessly attract opportunities, ideas, and people who are on the same frequency as you. Now, imagine for a moment, if you practiced this every day, how would your financial life change? How would it feel to see your dreams becoming your reality? This is the magic of visualization. Now that you're shifting your beliefs and creating vivid mental images of prosperity, let's move to the third and final step to attracting more money: taking actions aligned with a wealth mindset. I'm sure you've heard about the importance of taking action. Action is what takes us from thought to reality, from idea to manifestation. But here's the key: it's not about acting just for the sake of it. The real power is in acting with the right mindset, knowing you're creating a different reality than the one you've known. Many people make the mistake of acting from a place of scarcity, fear, or insecurity. They make decisions based on doubt, believing they don't deserve or can't achieve success. But when you begin to cultivate a prosperity mindset, your actions shift. Bob Proctor used to say, "Action without the right mindset is futile." When you act in alignment with a wealth mindset, every step you take brings you closer to your goal. The truth is, action only brings results when it's in harmony with the vibration you're putting out. If you're feeling abundant, confident, and deserving, your actions will flow with prosperity. You'll start taking steps you never imagined before, seeking opportunities, opening yourself to new investments, making bolder decisions, and making choices that once seemed impossible. A wealth mindset is a mindset of confidence. It's about trusting that you have the power to create the life you desire. When you act from this confidence, the universe responds. It starts bringing you the people, situations, and opportunities that are aligned with your new prosperity frequency. Now, the big question is, how can you take actions aligned with a wealth mindset? Here are some practical suggestions. Be proactive, not reactive. Don't wait for opportunities to come to you, go after them. If you're aiming for a promotion, for example, start behaving as if you've already reached that level. Take courses, develop new skills, and become someone who attracts opportunities. Make decisions based on abundance, not scarcity. When an opportunity arises, ask yourself, does this bring me closer to the life I want? Does this help me grow? If the answer is yes, act on it immediately. Be willing to take risks and step outside of your comfort zone. True prosperity is not found in the fear of failure. It's found in the courage to move forward, even when you don't have all the answers. Practice gratitude daily. Gratitude is one of the most powerful emotions for attracting more abundance. The more you give thanks, the more the universe brings to you. Be thankful for the small victories, the lessons learned, and the opportunities that come into your life. These actions aren't just about what you do, they're about how you do them. They should reflect the confidence you have in yourself and the certainty that prosperity is already on its way to you. True wealth begins in the mind. When your mind and actions are aligned with abundance, there are no limits to what you can achieve. Now, think about this. What would happen if you started acting with a wealth mindset every single day? What kind of changes would you see in your financial life, your emotional state, and even in your relationship with money? Have you noticed how some people just seem to attract money effortlessly, while others struggle their whole lives without getting ahead? It's not luck. It's not chance. It's frequency. Everything in the universe is energy, even money. And energy attracts energy through resonance. This means you only attract what is in harmony with who you are on the inside. This is the secret language of frequency, and it's operating in your life, whether you realize it or not. You can work hard, hustle, chase opportunities. But if your frequency is vibrating with scarcity, guilt, fear, or doubt, the universe will only be able to respond with more of that. More scarcity, more obstacles, more limitations. The key is to change your internal vibration. Raise your frequency to match abundance. Bob Proctor made this clear. You must be at the same vibrational level as the thing you desire. If you want wealth, vibrate like a wealthy person. Think like them, feel like them, act like them. But how do you change your frequency? It all starts with self-awareness. Pay attention to what you feel when you think about money. Is it lightness or tension? Is it excitement or guilt? The frequency you emit comes from the emotions you feel most often. Emotions are energy waves, and they're constantly communicating with the universe. To raise your frequency, you need to surround yourself with stimuli that reflect the reality you want to create. This includes positive, affirming words, music and audio that bring a sense of empowerment, clean, organized environments that radiate prosperity, people who think big and vibrate with growth. And above all, you need to feel prosperous now. Not when the money arrives. Not when the debts are paid off. But now. Because now is all there is. When you change your internal state, the external world begins to reorganize itself. And this is not magic. It's energy science. People who live at a high frequency are those who have consciously chosen to stop connecting with the narrative of scarcity. They understand that wealth isn't just a number in the bank. It's a mindset, an energy that flows with freedom. And here's the deepest secret. When you align with the frequency of prosperity, you stop chasing money. It starts to come to you. Through ideas, inspirations, people, synchronicities. This isn't theory. It's practice. It's transformation. If you feel that this content is resonating with something inside of you, it's no accident. It means your frequency is already starting to change. And if you want to continue this journey of elevation, reprogramming, and awakening your true abundant identity, subscribe to the channel now. Because what's coming next will deepen this awakening process even more. Prosperity isn't out there. It's waiting for you, inside you. Have you ever felt like you were about to take a big leap, but then suddenly something stops you? A doubt, a fear, a strange sensation that says, "You're not ready?" That's the invisible saboteur. And it lives within you. This saboteur isn't your enemy. In fact, it's an old version of yourself, programmed to protect you from pain, failure, and rejection. It was created by past experiences, emotional traumas, and voices you heard repeatedly telling you that it wasn't possible, that it wasn't for you. And the most dangerous part is that it works in silence. You don't even notice. It's that procrastination disguised as perfectionism. It's that fear disguised as caution. It's that belief of "I don't deserve it," hidden behind false humility. But listen carefully. You were not born to live in limitation. You didn't come this far just to survive. You're hearing this now because you're ready to transcend this cycle. Bob Proctor used to say that to become a new person, you must kill the old self. The one who lives by logic, by scarcity, by fear. The one who believes money is hard to get, that success is for the few, that change is risky. And here's the big revelation. You don't need to fight the saboteur. You need to heal it. First, look at it with compassion. Recognize that it tried to protect you. Thank it for that. But firmly and lovingly, tell it, "Now I choose to grow. I choose to expand. I choose to prosper." Secondly, give new commands to your mind. Reinforce, every single day, who you choose to be. Use powerful affirmations like, "I am free to thrive. I release all old programming. I am a magnet for wealth and abundance." And most importantly, act like someone who has already succeeded. Even with fear. Even with doubts. Because true transformation doesn't happen when everything is clear. It happens when you choose to move forward, even in the dark. When you commit to your growth, even when your old mind is screaming for you to stop. Right now, you're standing at the threshold of a portal. The portal between who you've been until today, and who you are about to become. If you feel like this message spoke directly to your soul, if you're ready to silence the saboteur and fully step into your prosperous identity, take a deep breath for a moment. Close your eyes if you can. Feel what's stirring within you right now. These aren't just words. This is a new energy. It's the awakening of your prosperous self. You've spent the last few minutes tapping into truths that have always been there, hidden beneath layers of fear, conditioning, and inherited limitations. But now they are rising. You are no longer the same. And this is powerful. Bob Proctor used to say that true change doesn't happen when you understand something intellectually, but when you feel it in your heart and begin to live by that new truth. And now, you are not the result of your circumstances. You are the creator of them. You are not a limited being just trying to survive. You are an unlimited consciousness remembering who you truly are. Prosperity isn't something you need to chase. It's something you need to allow. It's already here, surrounding you, knocking on the door of your awareness, waiting for you to say, "Yes, I accept." And that yes isn't just a phrase, it's a daily decision. It's waking up and asking yourself, how often am I aligning with who I want to become? Am I surrounding myself with people, ideas, and content that raise my vibration? Am I acting like someone who's already prosperous? Or am I just waiting for something to change out there? Remember, you attract what you are, not what you want. Desire without identity is empty. But desire with consciousness is creation. Today, a new you has been born inside of you. The you who no longer settles for scraps. The you who refuses to hide behind excuses. The you who's decided to break free from inherited programming and take your place in the flow of abundance. You are not alone on this journey. Thousands are waking up. Thousands are reprogramming their minds. And you are part of this movement. If something inside of you was stirred by this video, if your soul whispered, "This is it," then hit that subscribe button now. Because the next videos will guide you even deeper into this transformation. Together, let's deprogram scarcity, dissolve fear, and rewrite the story of your life, from scratch, with awareness, with power, with intention. And now, to seal this moment, write in the comments, with conviction, with truth, "I was born to be rich." This isn't just a phrase. It's a decree, an energetic password, a choice. And once you choose, nothing can stop you. I'll see you in the next video. And remember, prosperity is not the destination. It's your natural state. Return to it, and everything around you will align.